Welcome to the Global Updates, bringing you the latest news from around the world. The Panama Canal stands as a monument to human ambition. For over a century, this marvel of engineering has served the world. It has linked great oceans and transformed global commerce. The canal is a vital artery in the circulatory system of international trade. It remains a critical conduit for goods and commodities, shaping economies and lives across continents. This slender waterway carves a path through the Isthmus of Panama. It dramatically connects the vast Atlantic Ocean with the mighty Pacific Ocean. Before its existence, ships faced a perilous journey around Cape Horn. The canal slashed this distance by thousands of miles, reducing transit times from weeks to mere hours. Each year, thousands of vessels transit the Panama Canal, carrying a staggering volume of cargo. From colossal container ships to bulk carriers, the canal accommodates diverse maritime traffic. Its locks, an ingenious system of aquatic elevators, lift ships up and over the continental divide. Even in the 21st century, the Panama Canal's significance endures. Its capacity was expanded in 2016 to accommodate larger new Panamax ships. The canal is not merely a historical relic, it is a dynamic and essential part of the modern global economy. Its smooth operation is crucial for economic stability. Nations around the globe depend on its continued, uninterrupted service for their prosperity and growth. The dream of an Isthmian canal is an old one. Spanish explorers first recognized the strategic potential of Panama's narrow land bridge. King Charles I of Spain ordered a survey for a route across the isthmus. However, the technological challenges of the era proved insurmountable. The dense jungle, formidable mountains, and tropical climate presented daunting obstacles. The 19th century saw renewed interest in this grand project. Ferdinand de Lesseps, fresh from his triumph at the Suez Canal, turned his sights to Panama. The French construction effort began with great fanfare, but soon encountered immense difficulties. The Chagres River, prone to violent flooding, posed a constant threat. Landslides in the Culebra Cut were frequent and demoralizing. Machinery, often ill-suited for the conditions, broke down or became mired in mud. Yet the most formidable enemy was not the earth or the water, it was disease. Malaria and yellow fever swept through the workforce with devastating ferocity. Thousands of laborers perished, their lives claimed by the unforgiving jungle. The human and financial toll mounted relentlessly. By 1889, the French company was bankrupt. The dream had turned into a nightmare. Work on the canal ground to a halt, leaving behind a scarred landscape and a legacy of failure. The French effort, though valiant in its ambition, served as a sobering lesson in the face of nature's power. The United States watched the French failure with keen interest. President Theodore Roosevelt saw the canal as essential for national security and economic expansion. A canal would allow the U.S. Navy to move quickly between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Roosevelt was determined that the United States would succeed where France had failed. The path to American involvement was paved with political maneuvering. In 1903, with tacit American support, Panama declared its independence from Colombia. The Hay-Bunau-Varilla Treaty granted the U.S. control over a 10-mile-wide canal zone. The American effort commenced in 1904. The first chief engineer, John Findlay Wallace, resigned after only a year. His successor, John Stevens, brought a crucial shift in approach. Stevens recognized that the immediate battle was against disease and disorganization. He halted excavation to focus on sanitation and building infrastructure. Stevens convinced Roosevelt to abandon the sea level plan, advocating for a lock-based canal. George Washington Goethals later oversaw the project's completion. The construction of the Gatun Dam created Gatun Lake, then the largest artificial lake in the world. Excavating the Culebra Cut through the Continental Divide required removing millions of cubic yards of earth and rock. The design and construction of the enormous locks were equally impressive. These concrete chambers with their massive steel gates would lift ships 85 feet above sea level. The American engineers and workers transformed a vision into reality. The Panama Canal was completed, a testament to American ingenuity and determination. The Panama Canal was a monumental international effort. Workers faced grueling conditions, toiling under the tropical sun. Accidents were frequent, with explosions and machinery mishaps. Dr. William C. Gorgas played a pivotal role. He led a massive sanitation campaign, eradicating yellow fever. Despite advances, the human cost was immense. The canal stands as a testament to human sacrifice and resilience. The Panama Canal officially opened to world commerce on August 15, 1914. The SS Ancon made the inaugural transit. The event heralded a new age in global transportation. The strategic and economic implications were immediately apparent. A navigable waterway now bisected the Americas, offering a shortcut that would forever alter maritime trade routes. The most significant impact was the dramatic shortening of sea voyages. For ships traveling between the east and west coasts of the United States, the canal reduced the journey by nearly 8,000 nautical miles. This saved weeks of travel time and substantial operational costs. Similarly, routes between Europe and the west coasts of North and South America were significantly curtailed. Trade between Europe and Asia also benefited, offering an alternative to the Suez Canal or the lengthy trip around Africa. The economic benefits of the canal were widespread and profound. Reduced transportation costs made goods cheaper for consumers. It also made exports more competitive in international markets. The canal facilitated the movement of raw materials to industrial centers and finished products to consumers. The United States in particular benefited immensely, solidifying its position as a dominant economic power. The canal became an engine of economic integration, linking national economies more tightly than ever before. The Panama Canal was not just a ditch, it was a catalyst for economic transformation. From its inception, the Panama Canal Zone was a unique entity. It was a 10-mile-wide strip of territory that flanked the waterway. Under the 1903 Hay-Bunau-Varilla Treaty, the United States held sovereign rights over this zone in perpetuity. It was, in effect, an American enclave within the Republic of Panama. The U.S. governed the zone, complete with its own police force, courts, and postal system. This arrangement became a growing source of friction. For Panamanians, the existence of the Canal Zone was a constant reminder of their nation's compromised sovereignty. Throughout the mid-20th century, Panamanian resentment grew. Demands for a renegotiation of the treaty became more vocal. Incidents of unrest and protest occurred, sometimes leading to violence. Years of diplomatic negotiations culminated in a historic agreement. On September 7, 1977, U.S. President Jimmy Carter and Panamanian leader Omar Torrijos signed the Torrijos-Carter treaties. These treaties established a timetable for the phased transfer of the canal and the Canal Zone to Panamanian control. On December 31, 1999, Panama assumed full and sovereign control over the Panama Canal. The transition was smooth, a testament to years of careful planning and cooperation. The canal, once a symbol of foreign domination, was now firmly in Panamanian hands. The world was taken by surprise in early May 2025. News emerged of an alarming incident at the Panama Canal. Initial reports were sparse, fueling speculation. It soon became clear that a critical issue had arisen, one serious enough to warrant unprecedented action. Details pointed to a potential structural integrity problem within one of the older lock systems, possibly exacerbated by unusual seismic activity. The Panama Canal Authority acted swiftly, suspending transit through the affected locks. Given the canal's immense global importance, American authorities were quickly involved. Following urgent consultations, a difficult decision was made. On May 15, 2025, a joint announcement declared a temporary full shutdown of the Panama Canal. This drastic measure was taken to ensure safety and allow for a comprehensive investigation. Engineers needed to conduct thorough, unimpeded inspections of the lock mechanisms and surrounding geological formations. The shutdown was a precautionary yet profoundly impactful step. The news of the Panama Canal's closure sent shockwaves through global markets. Shipping companies scrambled to reroute vessels. The economic repercussions were immediate, with concerns about delays in the delivery of goods and potential increases in consumer prices. The world watched anxiously, underscoring the canal's critical role as a linchpin of international trade. The Panama Canal's operation is intrinsically linked to water. Its locks rely on vast quantities of water from Gatun Lake and the smaller Alajuela Lake. Each time a ship transits the canal, millions of gallons of fresh water are released into the sea. This system depends on consistent and abundant rainfall in the surrounding watershed to replenish these lakes. Climate change is exerting significant pressure on the canal's water resources. Panama has experienced increasingly severe and prolonged droughts. These dry periods reduce the inflow of water into Gatun and Alajuela lakes. Consequently, lake levels can drop precariously low, forcing the Panama Canal Authority to impose draft restrictions on transiting vessels. Deforestation in the Chagres River watershed presents another serious challenge. As forests are cleared, soil erosion increases, leading to greater siltation in the rivers and lakes. The Panama Canal Authority has recognized this threat and is involved in reforestation efforts and programs to promote sustainable land use practices. The canal expansion project, completed in 2016, included the construction of new, larger locks with innovative water-saving basins. However, these measures alone may not be sufficient to counteract the impacts of severe droughts. The Panama Canal faces an ongoing struggle to secure its freshwater supply. This challenge requires continuous adaptation, technological innovation, and a commitment to environmental stewardship for its future. The 2016 expansion of the Panama Canal was a bold move to secure its future. The new Neo-Panamax locks allowed the transit of much larger vessels, significantly increasing the waterway's capacity. The expansion was a testament to Panama's commitment to modernizing this vital asset. However, the recent shutdown in May 2025 highlights that capacity alone does not guarantee uninterrupted operation. Resilience is equally critical. The global shipping landscape is constantly evolving. The Panama Canal faces competition from other routes such as the Suez Canal and potential northern sea routes. Shifts in global manufacturing patterns and trade agreements can influence cargo flows. The canal must continuously adapt to these changing dynamics. Geopolitical considerations also play a role in the canal's future. Ensuring its security and neutrality is paramount for many nations. The relationship between Panama and the United States continues to be significant, particularly in matters of security and technical expertise. The recent shutdown and the collaborative response underscore this enduring connection. The canal's stability is intertwined with regional and global stability. The immediate priority is to safely resolve the current crisis and restore full operations. The Panama Canal has weathered many storms in its long history. Its enduring legacy will depend on its ability to navigate the complex currents of the 21st century with foresight and resilience.